On roughly 60% of the German Autobahn, there is no legal maximum speed. You can, in principle, drive as fast as your car will physically go. To most of the world, this sounds insane, a recipe for carnage. And yet, by the numbers, the Autobahn is one of the safest road networks on the planet. Both of those things are true at once, and the reason why is more interesting than the speed. First, the facts, because the myth is bigger than the reality. Germany has more than 13,000 kilometers of Autobahn. Around 60% of it has no fixed speed limit. About a third carries a permanent limit, and the rest switches between limited and unlimited depending on conditions. So it is not a lawless racetrack. It is a huge network where, on many stretches, the government has simply decided not to name a number. Even on the unrestricted sections, there is a recommended speed. 130 kilometers per hour, about 81 miles per hour. It is not enforced, and you will not be fined for exceeding it. But it matters more than it looks because it quietly defines what counts as reasonable. Crash above it and your share of legal liability can rise even if the other driver made the mistake. The number has no teeth and yet it shapes behavior. The origin is not really about engineering at all. It is about symbolism. In 1952, West Germany removed speed limits from its highways. Part of the point was contrast. A free, open, fast road standing against the gray, rule-bound society on the other side of the Iron Curtain. Speed became a small daily expression of freedom. That political meaning is a big reason the policy has survived, almost untouched for 70 years, long after the original context disappeared. Which brings us to the obvious objection. Surely removing the speed limit kills people. And here the data is genuinely surprising. Measured by deaths per distance traveled, the Autobahn is safer than ordinary roads and dramatically safer than you would guess. Roughly 1.74 deaths per billion vehicle kilometers. The comparable figure for American roads is around double that. This is not because Germans are magically better drivers. It is because the whole system is built to make high speed survivable. Start with the road. Autobahn construction standards are demanding. Gentle curves with large radii so you are never asked to turn sharply at speed. Long sight lines. Multiple lanes in each direction physically separated from oncoming traffic, so the deadliest kind of crash, the head-on, is almost entirely engineered out. The surface is built and maintained to a standard that stays predictable at very high speed, where a small flaw becomes a large problem. Then there is what the Autobahn does not have. No intersections, no traffic lights. No pedestrians, no cyclists, no oncoming cars. Every vehicle is traveling in the same direction, and everything enters and exits through long, gentle slip roads that let traffic merge at speed rather than stopping and starting. Most of the chaos that causes accidents on normal roads has simply been removed from the design. But the roads alone do not explain it. The other half is behavior, and it is enforced with an intensity that surprises visitors. The single most important rule is lane discipline. In Germany, you drive in the right lane. The left lanes are strictly for overtaking, and the moment you finish passing, you are legally required to move back right. This is the Rechtsfahrgebot, the obligation to keep right. This sounds like a minor courtesy. It is actually the core safety mechanism. It means fast traffic always flows through predictable channels on the left while slower traffic stays right. A driver doing 300 kilometers an hour in the left lane can trust that the lane will not suddenly be blocked by someone cruising slowly for no reason. Predictability, not slowness, is what keeps it safe. And from 2026, Germany is tightening enforcement of exactly this rule, with fines for hogging the left lane. Around that core sit a dozen supporting habits. Undertaking, passing on the right, is forbidden, so you never have to check both sides at once. Tailgating is a serious, finable offense, not a normal driving style. Mirror checks before any lane change are treated as non-negotiable. None of this is instinctive. It is drilled in through a licensing process that is famously long, expensive, and hard, precisely because the system depends on every driver behaving the same way. On top of the fixed road, and the trained driver sits a third layer that moves in real time. Many busy stretches are lined with overhead gantries carrying variable speed limit signs. When sensors detect rain, fog, an accident, or heavy traffic building, the system imposes a temporary limit and can ramp it down in steps as conditions worsen. So the unlimited Autobahn is only unlimited when it is safe to be. The freedom is real, but it is conditional, and the condition is managed automatically. None of this makes it perfectly safe, and it is worth being honest about the cost. When crashes do happen at very high speed, they are catastrophic in a way lower speed crashes are not. Kinetic energy rises with the square of speed, so a car at 200 carries roughly 4 times the energy of the same car at 100. And on those unrestricted sections, a disproportionate share of the Autobahn's fatalities occur. The safety record is excellent overall, but it is not evenly distributed. The fast stretches carry more of the risk, which is exactly why the speed limit is one of the most emotional political arguments in Germany. Supporters of a limit point to the accident severity and to carbon emissions, since a car burns dramatically more fuel at very high speed. Opponents point to the safety record, to the economic weight of the car industry, and to that 70-year-old idea of freedom on the open road. Proposals to impose a general limit surface again and again, and are voted down again and again. So the real lesson of the Autobahn is not that speed is safe. It plainly is not on its own. The lesson is that the danger of speed can be engineered down to a remarkable degree if you're willing to spend on the road, train the drivers, enforce the discipline, and manage the conditions in real time. Germany did not make speed safe. It built an entire system, physical and human, whose whole purpose is to survive it. It is one of the clearest examples anywhere of a simple idea, that freedom and safety are not always opposites. Sometimes you can have a startling amount of one, but only if you are willing to build, with enormous discipline, the machinery that protects the other. Subscribe for more of the hidden engineering behind the systems you take for granted.